okay, for some students this is a tricky problem because they're asking you to say x equals sine of y. And then they say x equals 1 minus cosine of y, and they say the interval. Well, what you could do is just change the variables if you want, and I'll write this down for you. So what you could do is just switch x and y around, and what are you going to get? This might make it easier for you. So y equals the sine of x, and then y would equal 1 minus cosine of x, a little bit more reasonable for some students. And then the interval over here is going to be this over here. And what I want to do is just kind of graph it out, see what I'm looking at. And the first thing I'm looking at, I want to graph this out, and certainly I can do that. That looks sort of like this over here. And this is pi over 2. And this guy over here is, I want to point out what it means to me. Looking at the cosine curve, it's the opposite cosine curve, which looks like, maybe I should be a little more clear about that. Put an axis down for you. So the cosine curve looks like this. All right? The opposite of the cosine curve looks like this. All right? And then if I'm going to add 1 to it, what would it look like? It would just be shifted up 1, and it would look like this over here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see a picture. It looks sort of like this over here. And let me make sure I did this right. And yeah, I think so. Okay? So what I'm going to do is they want this area here. And what I'm going to put in here is a rectangle again. All right, let's write this down. We're going to go from 0 to pi over 2. The upper curve, as you recall, is the sine of x minus the lower curve, which is that 1 minus cosine of x. So I'm just going to write this down a little better. So 1 plus the cosine of x, and the differential is dx. All right, let me do the integrations. And this is going to be, let's see, minus cosine of x minus x, and then it's going to be plus the sine of x. The limits of integration, 0 to pi over 2. And let's do our evaluations now. So the cosine of pi over 2 is going to be 0 minus pi over 2. The sine of pi over 2 is 1. Let's do the lower limit. Well, the cosine of 0 is going to be 1, right? I'll put this over here, minus 1, minus 0, plus 0. All right, let's do our evaluation. What are you going to get? We can get 1 plus 1, which is 2, minus pi over 2. All right, let's take a look. And I want to see if I've accomplished what I need to accomplish, which is doing the correct integral, and I think I got that down. Yep. And did I do the correct evaluation? Yep, I got it. 2 minus pi over 2. We're good to go. Thank you.